Hello, everyone. This is Professor Maloney, and today I'm creating a demonstration on the Chapter 5 project that has been assigned to you as part of your Module 2 activities at the MyLab IT site. If you recall, last week in class, I had provided you guys with a video that demonstrated, I believe it was 4 tasks from each of Chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8 simulation training activities, just to let you know how those activities were done. And now I'm going to be demonstrating how to start a project. Okay, projects are very, very important. Now, if you recall, they're a fairly big part of your class weight, in terms of grade. As a matter of fact, I forget what the grade weight is, so I'm going to go over to that section first to verify how much it's worth. But in any event, it's a big part of your class, and I'm going to demonstrate how to download the files necessary to work on the project. For sure, there's going to be an instructions file. For sure, there's going to be what I call a start file. Basically, it'll be a file that has your name on it. By the way, I should mention, now, every project in this class, meaning files you download from the MyLab IT site that you work on your computer following the instructions that also you downloaded to your computer from the MyLab IT site. When you download that start file, okay, I promise you there is an embedded encryption key that ties in your student ID, okay, with that file that you downloaded, meaning the starter file. If you share your file with anybody else, and I know no one would do that in this class, but let me make the statement because I want to cover myself and cover you just in case you're tempted. The embedded key is not your name, oh, the name Maloney or the name Smith, the name Rodriguez, the name Williams, whatever. No. There's an embedded key associated with your user ID, meaning in your case, your MDC student ID, and it's embedded, meaning hidden in an encrypted fashion in the document that downloads to your computer. Okay, so please do not be tempted to cheat. I will get a notification, maybe later on, I'll even actually show you where the notifications come. But either way, it will let me know, and both students, meaning whoever maybe even got 100 on the project, and the person that he or she gave the project to, and said, remember, change the last name. It's not my name, it's your name now. That won't do anything. You both get a 0 on the assignment. So please, again, I know you wouldn't do that, so don't. All right. Okay. So I'm going to start this process. All right. Let's see. Share my screen. All right. Let me make sure I'm doing everything I need to do. So here I'm sharing. Yes. Let's make sure I'm recording. I am recording. Great. And my mic is on and my video is off because I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to first go over to our class and look at the my syllabus, because that's where I have my weights, where everything has the weight of, what is worth what. So I'll scroll down here till I find it. Let's just go ahead and start here for a quick second. So remember, we're in Module 2, which covers Word, Chapters 5 through 8. Okay. Okay, here's the grades. You see the lessons are worth 17% of your grade, Pearson MyLab IT lessons. But the projects are worth almost double, 31%. Of course, your exams are worth 50%, right? So the projects are the second highest, biggest, in other words, largest component of your grade. So they're even more important than the lessons, but really they're not, because lessons are what help you on your exams and what help you on the project. So without the lessons, you're nothing. You can't do anything. So the lessons are hugely important, but because anyone can get 100 on them, right? Because remember, if you get it wrong, I think it's 5 times, it'll automatically tell you what to do. So everybody should get 100 on every lesson in this class. You just have to put the time into it. And again, I also told you earlier in the class, that you should do each lesson 4, 5, or even 6 times. I said you can write down notes and use them on exams, okay? But in the very least, do the lessons 4, 5, or 6 times. That will help you know enough about the material, because like the project I'm demonstrating today, and again, it's only going to be part of it. I'm not going to do it all, that's for sure. But it's based on the Chapter 5 simulation training. And the practice, the Chapter 5 simulation practice exam is also, of course, based on the Chapter 5 simulation training. And then there will be the real exam, which will appear the week after next, and meaning 2 weeks from today. If you count today as the second, this is the first one I'm making the recording, but the 16th is when your word exam is, okay? And that's going to be based on the lessons for chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the Module 2 Word Project. And the project is also based on the lessons. So you make sure you do the Chapter 5 lesson at least once, preferably a couple times, so that you're ready for the Chapter 5 project, okay? All right. Now, having said that, of course, I demonstrated some of this last week, but I don't do everything. I'm the professor. I've got 6 classes. So I'm just going to sort of quote unquote wing it and do the best I can on the project, just to demonstrate how you start it and how you do it. And by the way, you guys can upload these projects 3 different times if you want to, and you upload them to the same MyLab IT site. I'm going to demonstrate that today as well. All right. Okay. So now, having said that, I've already got MyLab IT open, and we're in Module 2. So let's go over here and let me make sure I'm in the student view. Yeah, return to instructor means I'm in your view, and I'm going to click on the Chapter 5 alumni project here, and I'm going to say continue. Okay, I want to download the start files, so I'm going to download the materials. That's number 1. You know what, before I hit that, so there's number 1 is downloading the start files. Okay, number 2 is working on the assignment on your computer. Okay. Number 3 is uploading the completed assignment. Before we upload the assignment, we close it down on our computer. So we download the start materials, we work on the start file based on the instruction file that we download, we save it continuously, okay? When we're finished, when we're ready to actually upload it, then we're going to upload the file, but we're going to close the project down. You should never upload a file that's open, because it might affect your score. And in my humble opinion, it's always best close it down, make sure you know where it goes, and then when you browse, with the choose file option here, you browse to that file. Make sure you look on your PC clock. It says, oh, okay, it's 4:01 p.m. on 21/2022, meaning February the 1st, or whatever time and day it is. So then you browse to that file here, then you click choose the file, and it'll say something or other, and you say okay or submit or whatever, and then it's over here, submit it for grading, and a couple seconds later you'll have your grade. Okay, all right. So there's 3 files. I'm going to download this instructions document, okay, and then I'm going to download this other one here, the start file, and I'm also going to download a comparison file, an Excel file that they want us to use. All right, so I'm going to close that stuff now. All right, so go into my downloads. So downloads. So this thing here, and this thing here, and this thing here. All right. Now, remember, well, you might not remember, I may not even have said it, but I don't have a student account, so mine defaults to something called _student. Yours will have your last name. I don't think it'll have an underscore before it, but I'm not sure. But whatever it comes as, that's what you use as your start file. Okay, so you're going to look for something with your last name. Don't worry about if your last name is common and there's 2 or 3 people in the class with the same last name. When I talked about an embedded encrypted code that will be part of that document, that just means something you can't see, but it's in the file, and it will have your student ID, and that's what your file is going to be based on in terms of the, when you're doing the file for grading once you submit it to MyLab IT. Okay, so this thing here, let's go ahead and actually look at this one now. It's an Excel file. We're going to be obviously just putting part of an Excel file into our Word document. That's basically it. Okay, well, there's nothing to it. So there's not even a formula. Interesting. Okay, so that's the only sheet here. So there's literally nothing, but we're going to basically, I assume, just do this, copy this, control copy, and then control paste it wherever they tell us to in the Word document. Okay, I'll get out of that for now. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to minimize this so I can have it open on my computer because I may need that later. So I'm going to leave mine in the downloads area, and then I'll go from there. All right, I definitely need the instructions file. Okay, so the instructions file is what's going to tell me more or less what I have to do. It'll also tell me the points possible. Okay, so let's see how many steps there are. Steps 21. Well, step 21, you don't get credit for. It's just saving and closing your document, exiting Word, closing other open files, whatever. That's nothing. And I saw a 0 at the first one. Why? Start Word, download and open. Okay, for downloading the file, they don't give you anything, obviously. So basically, you're doing from steps 2 through 20, I think it is. And I assume if you add them up, obviously it's 100 points. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know how many I'm going to do. I may do, well, I won't count one. I may do 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe 2 through 6, maybe even 2 through 8, or 2 through 7, or 2 through 10, whatever. I will not do it all. That's for sure. All right. Okay. And hopefully I'll just get a decent score. But remember now, if I only do 4 steps, like I may only get 5, 12, 16, 22 points. Even if I do a great job, 22 out of 100 means obviously I failed. But I'm going to be hopefully getting some things right. And it'll be based upon how many steps I do. But excuse me, for you to get the best score, you obviously need to submit it complete, right? Like if you don't do number 20, you do everything else, you got a possible 97 points. Then it's a matter of, well, how many of those had a few errors? Let's say you get half of this one and half of this one and half of this one right. So then you lose 2, you lose 4, you lose 2.5. So 2, 6, 8.5, and the 3. You can still get a B by getting half of a few things wrong, right? Anyway, I'm going to bang this thing up on the left side of my computer, and then what it's going to do is take up half the screen. Windows computers do this. Macs, you can do it too. I just don't know how. So like that's half my screen. Now I need to go back to my downloads, and now I want to open up my file. This would be same as yours. Make sure you enable editing. Click. Well, I won't tell you to click and do that. But anyway, so here is the file, okay, on the right. And unfortunately, they do not tell us or show us what the file looks like. That's perplexing to me. I called technical support. I was on the line with them for 30 minutes this morning, telling them that's embarrassing. That, yeah, they're bragging that, well, we have instructions telling you what to do. And I said, yeah, that's fine. But a lot of times instructions are confusing. And sometimes everyone, including me, if I'm doing a file, I want to look at what the outcome should be. So I would scroll down here looking for a picture. They said, no, we don't have it. Now, they didn't say it that way, but basically that's what they told me. They do not have it. So anyway, all right. So what I'm going to do now is start with the first one. And remember, these are the instructions. Okay. And on the right side is my my document that I have to upload. Okay. You know what? I'm going to actually scroll around. I don't really like to do this, but you see technology is misspelled, millions misspelled, per year is misspelled. Let me see how much you get for spelling here. Check spelling, correcting any mistakes, ignore grammatical and clarity concerns. So I'm going to go ahead here and go find my spelling. God, it's been so long since I've had to do anything with spelling in here. Let's see, where is it in Word? View, review. Man, oh man, man, oh man, man, oh man. Let's see. View. Home. Now, one thing though about using half the screen, you don't get to see all the stuff on the ribbon. Meaning a lot of things don't show up the way it normally would. Like here for font as an example, I got to click a down arrow for it. Normally it'd be on the ribbon. So maybe what I'll do for now anyway is, let's see which one that one is. I want this over there. Okay, for now I want to make this, not that one, sorry, the instructions. No, this one, yeah. Okay, so here I'm looking for spelling, right? So let me look for spelling. I thought it was in view actually. It's been a while. Let's see, spelling. Maybe review. I know it's here somewhere. Comments, read aloud, editor. No. Oh, check for spelling. Okay. All right. So let's see. I want to check for spelling. Okay. I mean, here's my editor. Where is it? Oh, right over there. Editor, whatever. Spelling 4. So I want to fix these things. Let's see. Per year. I'll just fix them manually, I guess. Okay. Million. I don't know if I think it actually is changing over there. Technology. Yeah. Okay. They said to ignore anything except spelling. Oh, program is, let's see. This College of Business is home to the largest Masters in Business Administration program, not program, so program. Okay, that's, now grammar they said to ignore. So I'm going to save this file. Okay, so I should have 6 points so far for doing, now let me ram this to the right again. Okay. Oops, to the right, I said. Hey, what's going on? I guess because I manually did it, I gotta. Okay, anyway. So now I'll make this one go a little bit that way because I want the other one a little bit bigger. That's enough for the instructions. Okay, all right. So hopefully I have some points already, and that was down here in number 12. Okay. So it says check spelling, correcting any mistakes. And then it says, though, ignore all grammatical and clarity concerns. So in other words, this is grammatical concerns, but they said ignore them. So anything else other than spelling, which shows up in red text, okay, that's all they want it fixed. So I'm going to actually change that now to red to show that I did that one. Where am I? Right here. Come on. Oh, I got this as uneditable. I mean, yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see, Control H. Why the heck? Okay, right there, enable editing. Okay. All right, so now go back to number 12, just to say that I should basically have 6 points for that. Okay, so I'm going to make this now in red and bold. Okay, all right, now let's go back to the top and start doing the document. You know, it's good to get a few points, easy points when you can. Should you really check all this? I mean, like read ahead? Probably not. Okay, probably not, because normally it makes sense to start at the top and go to the bottom. Anyway, so I've already downloaded and I've opened the file. Okay. It says Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file name. Well, don't worry about that, but it's there. So you don't change your file name. So mine is called _exp19_word_ch05_cap_alumni and whatever else. Okay. All right. So I've done that. I don't need to do anything. And remember, 0 points. This one I want to do because it's the first real thing I got to do. So select all text and apply a first line indent of 0.5 inches. Okay, so let's talk about that. So here is the document, right? So I can just click here next to state and just hold my left mouse button in, and it goes to the end. So you see it's all selected. It's all selected, right? But you can also, I noticed, yeah, when I clicked it, see it was up here. I didn't do that. Like they made the document start down here. So technically I could, like if I do this, you'll see it's also the same way. You see it ends there. There's nothing under it, but up top, there is that little space. So I think that's the way they want me to do this, but it's possible they actually want me to start to the left of state. You know, I don't know, right? That's one of the things you do get 3 tries, so make sure you take advantage of them. But when you fix something, or like when you get a grade on something, if you got anything wrong, try to fix them. If you can't, you know, just move on to the next mistake, let's say. Okay. Anyway, so it's saying apply a first line indent. Okay. So I believe I mentioned in the training simulation video I did last week, and maybe I did not. It could have been one of my other classes. But in any event, so there's a ruler on the top of your document, okay? And it has indents. This bottom one here, let me hover right there. You hover it, but see that says left indent. But left indent is not for all of this. That just means that bottom rectangular shape is a left indent. Well, they want us to insert a first line indent, okay? Then you may say, well, the top thing is this thing here, like it's a sandbox. No, there's the next one is right here, and that's called a hanging indent. And then there's a top one, and that one's called first line indent. So there's actually 3 different icons on this ruler. The top one is first line indent, and that's what they want, okay? And you notice here, this one is 1 inch, that's 2 inch, 3 inch, etc. But the larger line in between, like in the middle of 1 and 2, or 0, if you will, and 1, is the longer line is the 0.5, meaning half, right? So they said, apply a first line indent. I'm assuming up here, but in all honesty, it's probably more likely that it's going to be next to state funding is not. I wonder if I should and we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. I got to get moving here. I'm going too slow. Okay, so I'm going to take the top one. Again, I'll hover on it. It says first line indent, okay? I'm going to take it and hold my mouse button down and drag to the right until I get to that larger line, okay? See, there's the larger line. I just passed it. So not here, but right, not there, right there. That's halfway, okay? So it should be a 0.5. Now I'm going to release the mouse, and see now that's indented, but it's first line only. In other words, this is not indented. And then because I did the whole document for this paragraph as an example, that's indented, but the rest is not. Here, the first line while. Here, first line article, okay? All right, so I did a first line indent. Now it says, ensure that there is no paragraph spacing within the selected text. Remember, they said select all text. So no paragraph spacing. So paragraph spacing is things that you can put little spaces between lines and stuff, okay? You find out if you have it by going to your home tab, and it's in the paragraph group, okay? So I click this down arrow for paragraph, and now this thing right here, remember, you should know this from your CGS 1060 class, but I'm not saying you have to, right? But make sure that you at least follow with what I'm doing here, or do your Googling on these things when it tells you, or if you don't know how to do something, okay? Now, anyway, this is line and paragraph spacing, but I want the down arrow because I need to do something with it, okay? So now here it's telling us all these lines. See, if I go slow, you see how it's all changing? It's just paragraph spacing. But I don't want to do any of that. But they're saying to remove spaces after paragraphs. I think is what it said. Ensure there's no paragraph spacing within. I'm just going to go to line spacing options because it's easier to do it here. So in line spacing options, here's spacing. See, it says before is 0, but it says there should be no paragraph spacing. So that means this after, which says 8 point, should not be there. So I'm going to make this 0 by clicking the up thing here. Now I got to make it the other one. So I click the down arrow, okay, to make it go to 0. So now they're both 0. I'm going to click OK. That means I've done that. Now that thing changed slightly, but I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how much, okay? But anyway, so I did that. Let's see. So there's no paragraph spacing within the selected text. Now it says place the insertion point at the top of the document and remove the first line indent from the line. Oh, okay. So here, they either want me to remove the first line up here where there's no text, or here where there is text. Okay, I'm going to assume, in all honesty, they want it up here because I didn't think that made sense to do it. So maybe this is their way of telling me or telling us, make sure that this thing here is not indented. I don't know for sure. Okay, if I get it wrong, then obviously that's one reason why. So let me read it again. So place the insertion point. It does say, though, at the top of the document, and technically that is the top of the document, so it has to be here. Like state funding is not the top of the document. It may look like it to you, but when you see that there is another space above it, that's the top of the document. Remove the first line indent. Okay, so here, I want to now remove that first line indent. So you see, here's the first line indent, okay? And since I'm only on this one line, remember before I selected all the text. So every first line, like state funding, it's indented. Provost Arden, it's indented. Double quote, there was a report, indented. While, indented. Arden, indented. This department, etc. Okay, but this one is indented, and they're saying, make sure, place the insertion point at the top of the document and remove the first line indent. So I'm going to take this indent for this one line only and drag it back to the left. That should be right there. Okay, see, now it's where the university, the more, the need, according, area, which, we, footprint, etc. That's where I think they want it. So I'm now going to save this. Okay, so I believe I've done number 2. Okay, so let's go number 2. What's going on? And make this bold as red and bold as well. So I should, in my mind, have 5 and 6. I think I should have 11 points. I don't know if I do that. Okay, now number 3, a newsletter heading is often designed through the use of shapes, including a text box. Using shapes is an easy way to draw attention to the heading, adding interest through color, font format, and placement of an object containing the heading. So now they're saying insert a text box at the top of the document. So again, this is not the top. I see this is the top. So right there. Insert a text box, choosing to draw the text box. Then change the height. All right, so first I do the first sentence. Insert a text box at the top of the document, comma, choosing to draw the text box. So because they're saying insert, most likely it's in your insert tab. So here's my insert tab, okay? And I want text. Here's text. See if I can find it. Here's a text box, okay? So insert a text box using, wait, sorry. Where am I? Oh, insert. So the next, yeah. Insert a text box, choosing to draw the text box. So text box, and I want to draw it. That's down here, draw text box. So click it, okay? And now I have this, plus sign looking cursor, which is like, what you do when you're inserting a shape or drawing something into your document. So it starts here. So I'm just going to take here and just draw. I'll just let go like that, okay? Doesn't matter because they're telling me what to do after it. So I inserted a text box where I believe it needs to go. I don't know though. All right. So choosing to draw it, I did. Change the height of the text box to 0.75 inches and the width to 6.5. Okay. So when you insert a text box, you can type in it. Like if I click there, I can type. Let me just type F, 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 just to show you can see it on that left side. Okay. Obviously it's small because it's a tiny text box. But I don't want to do that. Right now I want to do things. So you got to click the text box so that it's all selected. And when you do, okay, there's going to be a shape format appear in your ribbon. Watch when I click away from the text box. I'll click down here in the first paragraph. See, there's no shape format anymore. You only get it when you click on a text box or a picture actually, okay? So now I've selected it. When you select it, you should see like the 6 circles, the top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right, and the middle top, middle bottom, all right? Okay, so click on shape format, and now it says change the height to 0.75 inches. Well, here's size. So size, okay, and I want 0.75. You see, it says 0.2 double quotes. The double quote sign is the inch mark. Okay, so you leave that inch mark, but I want to get rid of the 2 and make it 7.5. So make sure that you type it as 0.75, and if you delete it by mistake, the double quotes, then just insert that from your keyboard on your computer. It's the double quote mark, the 2 consecutive things. It's, if you're on a regular keyboard, it's the just to the left of the enter button on mine anyway. Okay. Anyway, so 0.75 inches. And I think when I did that, actually the width just changed, but I didn't pay attention. But it doesn't matter because they want the width to be 6.5 inches. I'm over here, right here for this. Okay. So I inserted the text box. And then they want me to now make the height 0.75. That means 3/4 of an inch. And they want the width 6.5. So I'm going to click on the line for the text box to select it again. Click shape format again up here on the ribbon. You have to click it to do any of these things. And I did the 0.75, but now I got to make this one 6.5. So I'll click just on the inside of the double quote mark and just erase each of them by one and say 6.5. You don't need to do 6.50, but if you want to, you probably could, right? So 6.50. And now when I click away, you should see it being bigger, okay? But you know what? I think I just saw some darn text under here. I did. Let's make this. Oh, man. I don't think that makes sense. Wow. Let me undo. Home. State funding. Darn it. I don't know why. I mean, in my opinion, state funding should have rolled down. I wish they had a picture. They do not give me a picture. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, maybe some of the other steps actually will roll it down. Let's see. So choosing top and bottom text wrap. Okay, yeah, I think I need this. Okay. Maybe because of that. Let me go ahead and click on the thing one more time and make the size right again. So the size should be, what did I say? 0.75. So 0.75 and the double quote mark. And here, I'll just type 6.50 and then I'll type the double quote. Okay, so that's done. And now hopefully when I do the rest of the statement here, number 3, then the text will show up again. Okay, because you know right now the paragraph doesn't begin with the words more competitive scholarships. Obviously there's a couple sentences up there, but I don't want to resize this again. What I'm going to do though is try to do the rest of it, and then if it doesn't make sense, if it didn't roll it down, then I'll just, in all honesty, go up there and put a hard return, 2 or 3 hard returns, so that it's down out of the way so that I can still see the text. Okay, all right, but I think this will take care of it from here. This thing here is layout options, how your object interacts with the text around it. That's what I want. Okay, now, so I clicked that thing over here on the right side of the text box. Now I got to make sure I read this carefully. So choose top and bottom text wrapping. Top and bottom. So hover, square, hover, tight, hover, through, hover, top and bottom. Top and bottom. So when I click this, hopefully that stuff moves. It did. Okay, I got it. Okay, yeah, see it moved? So perfect, we're in good shape. All right, so that's done. Let's see. Text. So now I did this one, choose top and bottom text wrapping. Now they say click position in the arrange group on the whatever. All right, so I have to click, in other words, on the document, on the text box again, because then they want me to go into that format tab and then select more layout options. All right, so I'm going to click over here. Now what I selected over here on the left is gone. Sorry about that. But I'll read it and you'll just have to, if I tell you to read on the left, that's where I am. All right, so I did the top and bottom text wrapping. Now they want me to click position in the arrange group. Okay, so I'm in the shape format. Okay, and here's the arrange group, and they want me to click on position. So here's position on the left, and they want me to, okay, so from position, they want me to choose more layout options. So I'm going to click more layout options. Okay, and then a dialog box pops up. Okay, so more layout options. There's a lot of steps in here, so even though it's only one step. Adjust the absolute position in the horizontal section to 0. This is the horizontal section. Here's the absolute position. It's got the little, it's like it's selected. Well, that is 0. So adjust it. Anyway, all right, so it's 0. But if it was a number, let's just say number that, just type in 0, type in double quote. Unless I've already done that, have I? I don't think so. And then, so that was in horizontal. Horizontal, okay. Then adjust the absolute position into vertical. Here's vertical, and again, absolute position, and make it 0.03. And you know, sometimes I forget what I do, so I may have already done this when I was just showing you that. Anyway, 0.03 is what it should be. Well, it says below paragraph. Yeah, below paragraph. So in my mind, so now I have to, of course, say okay to do those things. All right. Now, I think I've done number 3, but I want to click it again just to verify. So the first little bit up here, that's just like information. There's nothing work-wise there. But I did insert a text box. So this is what I've done. The insert that. So rather than select it, I'll just say what I did. So over here, I inserted a text box. This is a text box. I then chose to draw the text box. No, I can't do it with that selected. I got to be over here. Okay, so I drew the text box. I then made the size 0.75 inches for height and 6.5 inches for width. That's up there. Then it said choose top and bottom text wrapping. So here is the text. So when you click this thing here, oh, sorry, I could have clicked here. This is what I clicked last time. No, okay, it was, anyway, it's the same thing, I guess. So, and they said to select top and bottom wrapping. And this one is what we saw was top and bottom. And you see it's selected now because I clicked that last time. You see, the others don't have that bluish, light blue background. That one does. So that's definitely done. Okay. Then it said go to the Format tab and select more layout options. So I went up here in the shape format under Arrange, Position, and then more layout options. And then it said to change. Then it said to change the absolute position to 0 to the right of column. Let me make sure it says to the right of column. Yes, it does. And then the absolute position in vertical below paragraph. So for sure, that's all of it. Okay, so that is done. So number 3, in my humble opinion, we should have a whatever number of points. 7. So make this bold and that. So now we should have 12 and 6, 18. Of course, I may be wrong, right? Okay, now number 4, type. This thing here, I got to type in the text box. I wonder if I can just copy. Let's see if we can do that. Control copy. I shouldn't tell you that. Let's see. Control V. No, they don't let me. Okay. All right. Well, let me do it with the right click. Paste. Oh, shoot. I can, but I don't want to mess up because then I got to decide which paste option do I want. Probably merge. But it might be original. Anyway, I'll just type it. Okay, so, and you notice it's in caps. Everything's in caps, so I'll go to cap lock. All right, so using UNC, single quote S, UNC's growing list of accomplishments. So UNC's growing list of accomplishments. UNC's growing list of accomplishments in the text box. So that's typed in the text box. Now it says, center the text horizontally. Okay, so this is probably also in shape format, but it may actually be from the home tab. So let me first see up here if there's anything that says center it horizontally, like a paragraph type thing. Text direction, align. Wait, did it say align? Click align text. Oh, wait. So align text on the format. The other didn't say on the format tab. So I got to go to the home for the, okay. While I'm on here, I'm going to click align text on the format tab and select middle. So here's align text, middle. See, right now top is selected. I'm going to click middle, and that's middle. Okay, so that's done. But the second sentence said center the text horizontally. I do not see, of course, I didn't really look at much. Let's see. That's a fill. That's a outline. That's a shape effect, visual effect. That's not a visual effect. And what am I wanting? I want to center the text horizontally. That's fill, arrange, arrange. Line should be what we got. No. Wrap, no. Position, no. I think I'm just going to go to the home tab because I think this is where it should be. So on the home tab, center the text horizontally. Like vertical is up and down, right? Horizontal is this thing where it's in the middle. Oh, it's called center though. Whoa. Well, this may be, darn it. I want to go look there again. I'm sorry, this is taking a long time already. I'm not going to be able to do that many more steps or I'm going to mess this. I'm going to take too long. Shape format, align text direction. Oh, horizontal. Wait. Text direction, horizontal? What's already on horizontal? Text direction options? No. We don't want some of this weird stuff. No, I don't want any of that. Okay. That's word art. This is the only thing for text is create link, align text, middle. I've already done that one for sure. And then text direction. Let's see if it uses the words text direction. It says center the text horizontally. I mean, I think it's already done, but I really think that's in the middle of the text box. So for sure, I'm going to go to the home tab and just click this one and click this. I think that's what that to me makes more sense. Okay, so I may be wrong though. Okay, so that I'm going to say I'm now done with number 4. So make that one bold and red. All right, now number 5 says change the shape fill to green. Change the font color of text in the text box to white, background 1, and change the font size to 22. Bold the text, remove the shape outline. Wow. Okay, so change the shape fill. I think I need to be in the text box again for this. I'm going to click in there and click shape format. So first thing in number 5 says change the shape fill to green. So shape fill, I think I saw it up here when I hovered on something. That was text fill. Text. That was over here. I saw a shape fill. Okay, here. So change the shape fill to green. It's column 6 in standard colors. Here's standard column colors. So it's number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You notice as you hover, they get selected or they demonstrate. And it says green. So it's that one. So okay, that part's done. So the first sentence on number 5 is done. Then change the font color of text in the text box to white. So here, let's see, text, that's fill again. That's not, and that's an outline. That's not text. Here's the only thing with text. So it's not, I don't think, in here. So I think I just go to the home tab like I did with that paragraph thing and go to font. And I want, what do I want? Font color of text in the text box to white, background 1. So white, background 1, text. That's this one. Okay. So here's text color, white. This is white. White background 1 is this. So it's the first one in the theme color. So click that. Wait, that's not white. Oh, shoot. I messed up or something. What did I do? Change the font color of text in the text box to white. Background. Let me just change the font size first and then I can see it and I'll figure it out. All right, so in here, I don't know if this is, I'm going to make this 22 anyway. 22. So for sure that works. So it should be this thing here and changing it to white. Oh, okay. See, now it's showing. Before it didn't. All right. So now, so I did it from the shortcut key, which is when I typed in here. So UNC's growing. So number 5 says change the shape fill to green, which is column 6 in standard colors. Okay. That was this green background here. Okay. Remember I did this from in here, shape format, excuse me, and it was called shape fill, which was this one. Okay, so I clicked the down arrow and I did number 6 in standard colors. Okay, then I went to change the font color of text in the text box. I thought if I go home, it would do it from this font. And I don't want to click it now because it may mess up. That, you know what, that's saying theme colors, but for sure that is right. And actually you can see it's got the border around it. So it is selected, I think. So I'm just going to not play with it. It's done, I think, and it's right. And then, so that one is done. And I changed the font to 22. Oh, then bold the text though. So I got to bold the text. So select it. And again, go to the font group, bold, B for bold. Okay. And remove the shape, excuse me, remove the shape outline. So the shape outline is in the shape format. And I saw it here when I clicked around on something. This one maybe. Yeah, shape outline is this one. I want to remove the shape. Oh, I got to get out of that part. Yeah, just in case. Just make sure I'm there. Okay, excuse me again. So over here is shape outline, okay? And I have to remove it. Why? Okay. No outline is remove it. I don't know what. I'm just going to click no outline. That should remove it, okay? So now I got to hit save. I've done quite a bit. So I believe I've done number 5. But I'm going to read that one again, bold, and make this one red. Okay, so change the shape fill to green. That's definitely green. In standard colors. Change the font color of text in the text box to white. Well, that's the text box for sure. That text is white. Background 1. And change the font size to 22. That's for sure. Font size 22. I changed that. And then I made it bold, so that's bold. I removed the shape outline by clicking here. Oh my, what's wrong with it? Okay, in here I went to the shape format. I went to this one, click the down arrow, and you see no outline has that background now, like it's selected. Like if I hover on these, you see a background, whatever. Anyway, I click no outline. So for sure it's done. Okay, all right, so I think 5 is done. I'm gonna have to stop soon. I should have 10, 17, 22, and 8. No, 22 and 6 is 28 points. But I want to keep going. I'm having fun. All right, insert a shape under the left side of the text box, selecting trapezoid in the basic shapes. Insert a shape under the left side of the text box. They don't tell me where to go though. I mean, left side, wait, under the left side. Not in the text box, but under. So like right where the cursor is, in my opinion. So insert, remember it says the word insert. Anytime you see insert, make sure you click insert, almost anyway. And a shape, so you go to this shapes right here, insert shapes, down arrow. Trapezoid in the basic shapes group. Here's basic shapes, okay? So basic shapes, I want trapezoid. I'm just gonna hover. Isosceles, that's a triangle, it's not that. Parallelogram, it's not that. This one maybe, trapezoid, yeah. So trapezoid, okay. Now, they're not telling me, I don't think, enough, but you see, remember where the cursor is blinking? It's about right here. Now I gotta see, did they tell me to draw it or just click it? Change, wait, where am I? Insert a shape, change the height. So all I gotta do is, I think, click it. I'm just gonna click rather than draw. Okay, so that's there. And I'm actually going to leave it the way. Now, same thing though, but see this text is over the words. I think unless they tell me to do something with the wrap, I have to do something else. I don't know what. So insert a shape, I did. It's a trapezoid, yes. Change the height of the shape to 1.4 inches and the width 1.8. So again, I'm in the shape format. Here's the size. It's close to the height, but I want 1.4. I'll just type 1.40 and put the double quote. And for the width, I want 1.8. So I'll just type 1.80. I don't know that I need to type those zeros now that I told you guys. I'm just doing it thinking it might be whatever, but I'm sure actually 1.4. So yeah, it doesn't need it. Let's see if this goes to 1.8. Okay, so I won't type the zeros anymore. Okay, so, but you see it's covering up the text in that paragraph under it. So anyway, I did that. Insert a shape under the left side. I mean, I don't know if the left side is, you know, basically in my mind, it should be like where the bottom left equals the end of that. To me, that's right, but it's possible they want the top left to match the end of the text box. Who knows? But I'm going to leave it this way. So I think it's done. Let's see, insert a shape, yes. It was trapezoid, yes. In the basic shapes group, yes. I changed the height to 1.4 and I changed the size of the width to 1.8. So in my mind, that's done. So now let's do number 6 as being done. No, I can't do it from that. I want to get every little thing. Oh well. Okay, and make that bold and make that red. Okay, now, okay, yeah, see there's text wrapping here too. Okay, so in this one here, number 7 says change text wrapping up the shape to top and bottom. So again, click on that. And I think we said it was this one because I did it on the other one. So top and bottom. Look at the words though and see if they move either above it or below it. If they don't, then there's a problem. But I think that's what it did last time. Yes. Oh, I'm loving it. We're doing good. All right. So it's done. Now change the shape fill to green, the same one, color 6, column 6 in standard colors. So wait, change the text wrapping. No. Yeah, I did the text wrapping to top and bottom. So that's done. Change the shape fill. So now just get out of that thing. Okay. And go to shape fill again, which is this one. No, this one. Okay. And I want that same one in standard, number 6. So click it. So that's done. Okay. And remove the shape outline. So again, it's still selected. So I'm still in the shape format, and shape outline was one of these right here. And I'm going to click no outline. Okay, I see what it is now. In this one here, maybe it's because of the lines, it's hard to see, but it looks like the trapezoid shape is literally touching the text box. But when I say no outline, it looks like it goes away. But I think actually it's probably just because of the lines. It must be. Anyway, I took away the no lines or no outline. So I changed that to top and bottom. Yes, it moved the text down below. So for sure I did that right. Change the shape fill to green. That's definitely as green as that one above it. So it's done right. And I removed the shape outline, again, by being in here. And I was in here. And I was in this one. And I said no outline. I don't like to click things more than twice because I don't know if it turns them back on. Now I got to check again. Yeah, no outline. Okay. So I did that. No outline. Wait, where am I? Okay. Then position the shape using the same commands you did for text box. Same commands. Adjusting the absolute position. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm in here. So let's get out of that thing. Let's go here. So I in shape format, it was under arrange. Okay. I'm going to go back to the top one just to make sure. So it says the same, using the same commands, adjusting. Well, it's just 0 and 0.78. I think I remember it by now on that. So I'm just going to click this and go to position and go to more layout options. That's what we had. And absolute position is 0 to the right of column. And that's on horizontal. Horizontal, yeah. Okay. So I'll just make this one here 0. 0.0. See if that one is okay. And then the next one, absolute position, is 0.78. So 78, delete. So 0.78 in the vertical. Let me make sure it says vertical. Vertical to 0.78 below paragraph, yes, and say OK. So I think that one is done. I think I should stop now. That and bold. Let's see. With the trapezoid shape selected, that's that. Type, number off. So type, uh-oh. Is that not typing? Okay. Oh, wait, I'm on caps from that last thing. Number off academic programs with specialized accreditation, space 16. So let me make sure. So with the trapezoid shape selected, type number off, capital N, everything else small. Academic programs, all caps, academic programs, all caps. With specialized accreditation, all small. With specialized accreditation, after the colon, space 16. Do not type the period. So that is done. Okay. So get out of that one. Hit my save. And then this. and give myself credit for that. Of course, I'm not them. All right, now, I think I'll just do one more and then for sure I'll stop. Duplicate the shape, duplicate, that means copy. Copy the shape and drag it to just below the approximate center of the text box. I guess I'm gonna put, in other words, a copy over here. So I gotta click this thing again to like select it. See, it's selected when you see all those little circles. So then I'm gonna do a Control C, see if that'll work. Click that. So Control copy. You can right click and copy. Okay. So I Control C on my computer to do it, and then it says drag it to just below the approximate center. So I'm just going to paste it right here in that spot. Oh wait, yeah. If I do that, then no. Keep source formatting or picture. Well, keep source formatting, I think, is the only choice. I'll say that. Okay, why is it there? It said drag it to the approximate center. Approximate obviously means you just make it close. So that's about center. I'm sure not going to argue one way or another. Okay. So number of academic programs with specialized accreditation says 16. I did that. Now I duplicated the shape. Oh, it duplicated that for me. Okay, duplicate the shape and drag it. I did. Positioning it at positioning it at 2.35 inches to the right of column. So this is the absolute again. I got you. So absolute, right? Remember, shape format, arrange, position, more layout options, and we want absolute. That one was on alignment. That was weird. Anyway, absolute right of column. Wait, oh, to the right of margin. This one changed up, I guess, because what I did to copy it or something. So let me make sure. Horizontal, it says approximate center, but then positioning it at 2.35 inches to the right of column. So make this thing here 2.35. The inch is already there. The right of column. Absolute position in the horizontal section. Yes, that is. And then 0.78 below paragraph in the next one. What's already on 0.78? That one I copied and it just had it, whatever. And to write a paragraph. I think if I say okay, that should be right. I wonder, I mean, it looks to me like that did not move. That's weird. Surely I couldn't have, my little approximate center couldn't be that close. I'm going to click here. This is weird. I just want to see if I change that number. So position, more layout options. I'm going to make this 1.35 just to test it. 1.35 and say okay. Huh. I literally, I promise, well, you saw me. I only put it there. But anyway, let's do it again. Arrange and put it that right. More layout. See, I got a pretty good visualization. I looked at the text box and I put it right in the middle. I mean, yeah, the middle. It said approximate 2.35 inch. And the other's 0.78. Done. All right, so save it again. All right, so I duplicated this shape here. I copied it as this, then put it here. So I changed the positioning. Absolute. Now it says change the shape fill to gold accent 4. So what is it called again? Change the shape fill. So up here, this shape fill will be different. I don't like to have something selected when I'm in it. Okay, so shape format. What's it called? Fill. That's this one, right? This one. And it says gold is accent 4. Gold, is it in standard? Doesn't say it's standard or not. So is this gold? No. This gold? Okay, gold accent 4. So it's in the theme colors. Let me make sure. It says gold accent 4. So I'm going to make that. Okay. All right. So I changed the shape fill. Now it says replace the existing text in the shape. Oh, text. So now they want me to, like, because I copied this shape and it copied the text. So now they want me to say, I want to delete it all first, I think. I don't want this to like distort my size. right, so I'm going to type vibrant health, comma, P period, E period, oops, P period, E period. Well, after the E period is a comma. Okay, so P period, E period, comma, and recreation, or program with small, what do you call, colon, and I've already left, space, 37%, 37% growth. Do not type the period. All right, so let me make sure I type that correctly. So vibrant health with a capital VB, V and H, comma, I did a comma, P period, E period, comma, P period, E period, comma, capital P and E. And recreation program, capital R, small p, colon, space, 37% growth, all little letters. Okay, so that's done. Done. Okay. All right, now let's see that. Whoops, over here, I like to get it all. All right, so let's make that bold and let's make that red. Now, I should have, hopefully, 5, 12, 16, and 6 is 22, and 4 is 26, and 6 is 32, and 2 is 34, and 8 is 42, 42, and 6 is 48. Oh, I want to do one more. Having fun. I'm going to do one more. 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 I'm going to duplicate that one again. So duplicate the shape and drag it to the right side. Which shape? I don't know that it matters. It's the same shape. But you know what? I think I may have already been on this an hour. I don't want to go too long. I think I'm just going to stop it right here. No, I really want to do one more. Okay, so let's see. Number 10 says duplicate the shape and drag it to the right of the text box, the right side. I think it's already in my memory, my clipboard or whatever. So if I control paste again, let me just do control V. Yeah, so the first one I'm assuming is going to be just as good as the other one. Right there. And drag it to the right side. Now I'm going to make it like the left one now, where the left one, the right one won't be at the end, but the bottom line on the right one, I want to be more or less at the end. And I think that is about it. But it's going to tell me, I think it's going to give me the instructions. Oh, you know what? Maybe because of that line. That's what I need right there. So I'm going to let go there. Okay. Hit my save again. Okay. So now number 10, duplicate the shape. I did. Drag it to the right side of the text box, positioning it at 4.7 inches to the right of the column. Let's see if I guess this one right on. So shape format, arrange, position, more layout options, and they want 4.7 absolute position in horizontal. I don't know. See, they're having right alignments and stuff, but they're telling me to, I kind of like the idea of the right alignment. It made sense, but 4.7. Now, when I click the OK, that should move unless it's exactly 4.7. And then make the other thing 0.78 below. So I've got to change that by 1/100th. 0.78 below paragraph. Here we go. I'm going to say OK. Look at the picture as I say OK. I think it's right on. Man, I'm pretty darn good with projecting. Anyway, all right. So let's see now. So that. Now change the shape fill to green. It is okay. So they wanted me to copy this one. I don't think it matters. And it is green because it's the same as the first one. I mean, assuming that's the case, there's no picture to look at. So mine is green. Replace the existing text to large. So I got to go in here to the text. I'm going to delete the text like I did the last one. Just leave the colon since there's always something. Oh, actually, there's no colon this time. So I just get rid of it all. All right, and type large, comma, highly ranked, then cap CSB dash no space accredited space MBA cap program. Do not type the period and ensure that a hyphen follows AACSB. AACSB hyphen. Okay, so now let me look at it. Large, comma, highly in small letters, large to capital L, highly ranked, small, capital AACSB, capital AACSB dash, no space, and then accredited, no space. It rolled because it couldn't fit, but I didn't type the space. Accredited space MBA in caps space program. Okay, now I'm going to just leave it at that. So that should be that. You know what? I should go to 12 because I did 12. So let's do 11, or let's try to, and then we'll stop. Okay, so that bold. I will not be doing this many normally, guys. And by the way, I'm not doing chapter 6 and chapter 8. They're not any more difficult, right? Remember, it's the same as last week you watched when I did the simulation trainings. Whatever the chapter's information is what the programs will be on. But you can always look at the PowerPoint audio files if you need to. Okay, anyway, so select all text below the shapes. This is number 11. With the exception of the blank paragraph marks at the beginning. Blank paragraph marks. Blank paragraph marks. I don't know what that means. Select all text with the exception of the blank paragraph marks at the beginning. I don't know what that means. There's something here. Now, do they mean starting with state, or do they mean that's where everything is? So in my opinion, they wanted that 0.78 inch, so I think I should do it right where state is. Select all text below the shapes, but it says with the exception of the blank paragraph marks at the beginning. Maybe that's this one. That's the blank paragraph mark, I think. Okay, so I'm going to click there. I don't know why it doesn't say to the left of the word state, but anyway. So select all text below it. So this text here goes from here, and select all of this. That looks like it's it there. Okay, I'm going to scroll down more just to see. All right, there's nothing else. So I selected all the text, and I started just at state funding. That may or may not be right. So I did that, and format in 3 columns. Okay, format, that's insert. Actually, I don't know that. Okay, let me hit my save in case this is all messed up. Insert table, 3 columns. But how do I know? No, that's not right. Wait. Select all with the exception of that. Format in 3 columns. I mean, see, here's 3 columns, but no, it's not even letting me do it. No. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. Insert. Oh, columns, not table. Wait, columns. Format in 3 columns. Format. So let's go to layout. Oh, columns. Here we go. 3. There we go. I don't know what that is. If that's it, it's it. Okay, so I'm going to now, let's see. So select all that, yada, yada, yada. Change the font of the selected text to Times New Roman 12. So I'll go here and do that part, and then it's done. Times New Roman. So Times, let's type T, and then bring up Tahoma, I, Times New Roman. So let's make sure it's, because there's a lot of Times New Roman, I think. Times New Roman. Make sure it doesn't say something else after that I don't see it. Oh, wait, what the heck? T-I, maybe I have to enter it. Okay, so that's entered. Now let's go back to font again. Yeah, and make it 12. Enter it. Okay, so let's see. 12 Times New Roman 12, and change margins to narrow. Margins are in either design or layout. I think it's layout. Yeah, margins. And they said narrow. Narrow, you see right now it's on normal. That's got the bluish or grayish, whatever background. I want narrow. Okay, I'm going to hit save. In my opinion, that's done. Okay, so I'm going to say I've done through 12. I hope I get a decent score. Old red. Okay, now I did not do 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So let's count up the points. So 5, 7, 7 and 4. Well, let's count the ones I did instead of the ones I didn't do again. So 6 and 9 is 15, and 8 is 23. 23 and 8 is 31, and 2 is 33, and 6 is 39, and 4 is 43, and 6 is 49. 4 is 53, 7 is 60, and 5 is 65. Okay, so let's minimize that thing. So remember I said at the end, save your file. So save it, okay? And then look at the clock when you do it. Mine says 5:03 on 2/1. I'm going to go now to my downloads. Let me click away from downloads just to make sure it's refreshed. Yeah, see, it's there. It's 5:03, and this is the file I'm going to upload, okay? So now it says submit for grading. So click it. Oh, sorry, no, choose file. So I got to go into downloads again. This is the file I want to select. Okay. And again, verify though. Today, and when I'm doing it, it's 2/1/2022, and it's 5:03. Well, now it's 5:04 p.m. But obviously that means it was saved literally a minute ago. So that's the file I want. Whoops. That file I want. So I say open. Okay. It's saying select it. So now I'm going to say upload it. 100%, meaning not the grade, but it's ready for uploading. So I forget if I choose the file or if I just did. Did I just choose the file? God bless it. I think I did. I'm just going to click submit for grading now. Yeah. Okay, here it is, closed. It's been done. So now let me go into simulation in this thing here. I got a 63. Oh, wait a minute. That's, what did I say, 65 or something? Wait, I think that's, okay. I want to view, how do I view this? Oh, shoot. What's wrong? No. Dang. View submission. Then there's got to be a view submissions. Okay. So this is the submission. See, I had to play, but I only did 3 or 4 steps each time. That's why I only got those numbers. Remember, I just did a lot. But I wanted to see that you could do more than one submission. Because remember last week there was that problem with whatever I had tried to do. I said I couldn't do it again until I hit the submit. So here I purposely want to see that there are 3 submissions. And so for sure it will do it. And in your case, the score you get from your highest score would be the one you would get. But let me go ahead now and see which ones we got. So I got 5 out of 5 for number, oh shoot, I didn't, already I got a mistake. Well, number 2 anyway is done. So that's 5 out of 5. Number 3 says 5.75 out of 7. Let me see the rest first. All right, number 4 is good, 4 out of 4. Number 5 is good, 6 out of 6. Number 6 is good, 4. Now here's another darn mistake. What the heck? 6 is 4 out of 4. 7 is 5 out of 6. 8 is 2 out of 2. 9 is 7 out of 8. Dang. 10 is 7 out of, so I made a mistake on the first shape, and by copying it, I messed up, I lost a total 3 points, 1 point out of each. I don't know why. Select all, oh, come on, I did this right. Wow. And then the spelling and number 13. Oh, okay, that was inserting whatever I did. So here's what I didn't do. So I get zeros on these. Okay. So really, it's fine. But let's go ahead and just, actually, let me look at the last one and then I'll go up. So this one says I didn't do something right. So let's click the down arrow. You guys that do the same thing. You click your down arrow. So it's saying that paragraph 4 that starts with S was not detected in the submission. S. The column count was not set to 3. Section was not detected in the submission. In the section 3, the top margin was not set to 0.5 inches. Let's go back to my instructions. Where's that instructions? Didn't I? Yeah, that's the one for my instructions. What number is that? That's number 11. Number 11. Select all text below the shapes with the exception of the blank paragraphs. Maybe it's I didn't know what the blank paragraphs were and I didn't do something. Anyway, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, the bottom line is I thought I counted those marks too. I'm going to count them again. Oh, so what? Wait a minute. It gave me credit on 3 though. It's comprised of 4 shapes. I didn't do that. Maybe that's what it is, even though it's reflected somewhere else. Anyway, I got 15 and 8 is 23, according to me. 23 and 8 is 31, and 2 is 33, and 6 is 39, and 4 is 43, and 6 is 49, and 4 is 53, 7 is 60, 65. But they seem to be saying I have 4 for that one too, which means it'd be 69. And out of 69, they're saying I only got 63.1 or 63, I guess. So I lost 6 points. But most of it, 3 of it was from these shapes. I want to just at least look at the one shape to see what I did wrong, because 7, let's see where it was. Trapezoid. Okay, so 7 was okay. So this one here, I only got 5. This is what I really should look at, because I copied it and therefore I made mistakes. In the shape, number of academic programs with specialized accreditation, :16. The horizontal position was not set. Horizontal position was not set. All right, so I'm going to click on that first shape in my Word document. Oh, wait, that's not it. I got to open the darn thing up. Let's see. So downloads this, open it up. So when you upload a file, you can download, I mean, you can have it, although it says here down on the right, you can download submitted file too. But this is the first shape. So I'm going to click that, okay? Because that's what I'm looking at based on this. So it says, oh, get out of that. They're saying in the shape, number of academic programs with specialized accreditation, pull that up a little more. Number of academic programs with a specialized accreditation, :16, says the horizontal position was not set. But the horizontal position was set. Maybe I did it wrong though. Horizontal position was 0 to the right of column. The other one was 0.78. That was for the vertical section. So 0 inches to the right of column. It says absolute position in the horizontal section. So click it and now go back in here, shape format, arrange, go to my position, more layout options, and look at that. Absolute position says 0 to the right of column. Unless they told me to do something with one of these check boxes or the size. Oh, wait, I didn't come over here. No, I don't think I had to come over here, right? Yeah, 1.8, actually, I remember the width and the height was 1.4. I definitely did that right. So position or text wrapping. Text wrapping is right as well. I don't know. But it looks to me like there's, I'll just say okay. But 0 for absolute position. And they are saying, 16, do not type the period. They said, duplicate the shape, absolute, and 0.78 below paragraph. Change the shape field to gold. Oh, wait, not that one. Darn it. Where was I? This one. Change text wrapping of the shape to that and remove your shape outline. Position the shape using the same commands. Let me send a message to my son. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to stop this recording though here in a second. Okay. It looks to me like, anyway, remove the shape, position the shape, that. It says using the same commands. But here it says in the shape with specialized accreditation, the horizontal position was not set as per the instructions. In my mind, they were, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I'm just going to say this and whatever. So that is it. Okay, so I'm going to stop my recording. And you guys, again, remember you can do it 3 times. And that was why I did. I did 2, but literally only doing 3 or 4 steps, the first 3 or 4, and actually 3. And then the second one may have been 4, because then I didn't want to do much. And then this one I said, you know, I'll do a little more. But you can see I did quite a bit, right? For you guys. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you in class tomorrow. I'm stopping the recording here. Let's stop my recording, and I shall see